All right, guys, before we get into today's episode, I want to let everyone know that we have some new t-shirts available over on the web store, ludwigsgarage.com. There's a link in the video's description below. We have a new black Patina Paradise t-shirt. We've got the number 4 logo on the front, which again was my father's number on all of his race cars when I was a kid. On the back, we have Patina Paradise, Lakes Region, New Hampshire, and the LG stands for Ludwig's Garage. CR9 is the old area code for Meredith, New Hampshire, where I'm from, my hometown. We also have a rerun of the modified t-shirt. You guys saw these in a pocket tee. It was kind of like an off-white color. Well, we did them in white this time. We have the 4 logo on the front, just like the Patina Paradise shirt. This one's in a blue and red. And on the back, we've got the super modified that my dad built many years ago when I was a kid, flying the checkered flag. We also have a couple Patina Paradise keyrings available on the website that I make right here in-house. We have an acrylic laser cut and laser engraved keyring, and we also have a full genuine black leather Patina Paradise keyring. Both of these are laser cut, laser engraved, hand assembled by me right here. As always, I fulfill every order myself that you guys place over on the web store. So head over to ludwigsgarage.com right now to place your order. Let's get into today's episode. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We just got back from St. John, New Brunswick, Canada for the Complex Union Show roll call. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who supported us in Canada and to the entire Complex Union crew. I am so stoked on today's episode. I pulled something out that was buried deep in the woods that I've been after for many, many years. We're over here at my father's shop. We're checking in on the bus. I swear, soon. We've got so much going on, but soon we'll be diving into this thing. I live about 20 minutes away from my father's shop now, and that's where the bus is, that's where the cab over is, and every now and then I'll just swing over to remind myself that I have unfinished projects while I'm in the midst of taking on more. Hey, you only live once. Why not cram in all the projects you can possibly fit into that life? Today we're going on another field trip. We're doing another, not really junkyard tour, but we're heading back to the same junkyard today where we got the cab over doors back, I don't know, a few episodes ago. You remember there's a 3-window GMC cab over, just like my 5-window here, that had some doors from a local garage that I absolutely had to have. And it's a 47 to 53 era cab over. You guys already know mine is the 5-window, so it's got the corner glass here. It had good windows, and it had good window regulators. I really just wanted the doors for the signage on the doors, the hand-painted signage from a local garage here in town. But since they had good windows, as you can see, mine are no bueno. Well, there's something else in there. Well, there's many other things, but there's something else in there that I've wanted for many years, more than a decade easily, 15 years maybe. And today we're gonna go try to work a deal out and possibly get it. So that's what I'm doing over here. My father's shop is kind of on the way to this place. They don't know I'm coming. They know I'm interested in this, but we're gonna finally lock in the deal today. And I'll show you guys what I've been champing at the bit to own that's out here at this junkyard. It's a pretty drizzly, overcast, humid day here today, so I can't imagine how bad the mosquitoes are gonna be. And we're mid-July now, which means the bees' nests are active here in New Hampshire now. Right after or around the 4th of July is right about when the bees become active. So walking around a junkyard gets way more complicated and a lot more interesting because you never know around what corner or under what fender will be an active bees' nest. And I'm allergic, so let's hope we don't get any bee stings today. I know I'm putting together my own junkyard here. It's a really cool junkyard though, if you ask me. I don't think today's gonna be easy. I think it's gonna be quite difficult. I've done a couple episodes from this place in the last couple of months. If you haven't seen those episodes, go back and watch them. We did one where I just walked around here for like 3-4 hours. I think it was like an hour-long episode once I edited it down. You'll have to excuse me because I'm like way out of breath. What we're here to get is way out in the back of this place, and I just hauled out 2 bags full of tools because I don't want to keep running back and forth to my truck. I walked all the way out there with Pete, the owner of the place, so we could take a look and come up with a price and a deal. So I've already walked out there once, well twice now, and now I'm walking back in to kind of show you guys a glimpse of how far in we have to go. This place is local to me where I grew up, and Pete, the owner, used to race with my father on the ice and the dirt. And if you remember the episode of this place that I did as a full walk around, Pete raced Saabs and my dad raced Volkswagens, and they raced against each other in the front wheel drive division, circle track on the ice and circle track on the dirt. And that's exactly what my dad raced right there, Mark 1 Rabbits. That's not his old race car, but he raced a 2-door GTI and an early small tail. I don't think it was a swallowtail, but a small tail. Look at how cool. We are buried in the woods, and there is just so much stuff here. The newest stuff is in the old roads. All the old stuff is way out on the outskirts. Bay window bus chilling in there. Eagles, AMCs. You guys remember this section of the walk around video? The Corvairs, the Greenbrier, the first gen Broncos, the Scouts, the Wagoneers, the small tail Rabbits. We're going even deeper. So what we are here to get, I might have mentioned this in the episode where we pulled the 47 to 53 GMC cab over doors. Got a bug on you. Bugs all over me. By the way, July in New Hampshire, wet, rainy day. The mosquitoes, horseflies, and I'm sure the ticks are monumental. So if you're from the Northeast and you're walking around in heavy brush like this, check yourself over for ticks. You do not want Lyme disease. I gotta go through here. We're soaked too because all these trees and plants and vegetation are just covered in water. We've had rain the last couple of days. All right, through here. Through here. So yeah, what we're here to get, I have not only just wanted, but inquired about for well over 10 years, 15 years now maybe. Well, Bridge. And again, I say it every time I'm out here. That right there is the late model Corvair that we cut the roof off of for the extra roof sections we needed for the roof chop on my Monza. So back in 2013, my father and I cut the roof off that Corvair because it had the best comparable rust, patina patterning to the roof of mine. All right. Anyone else would probably get lost in here, but I've been walking through here since I was, this way. Since I was a kid. With a Corvair. Old Toyotas. Got a cool old New Hampshire stone wall. Goes through here. These were either 2 different pastures or 2 different properties back in the day. They've been stashing cars out here since the 50s, if I remember correctly. Every now and then, some really cool, old, rare European car. More Corvairs. All right, here's what we're here to get. Right here. Another 47 to 53 Chevy, GMC technically. This isn't a pickup truck. This is one of the heavy duty 47 to 53 normal trucks, not a cab over, just the long nose trucks. We are not here to pull this out. You only saw half of the walk in here when I started filming, so there ain't no way that truck's coming out of here. But what we are here to get are the doors. And I might have alluded to this when we pulled the cab over doors. We're here to get those right there. Turns out we're here on a wet day, and I've never seen these things when they were wet, and you can hardly even make them out being wet. when it's dry, the paint really still pops on these doors. Now, the reason why we're here to get these doors specifically are because my grandmother worked at this company in my small town of New Hampshire. And yep, it was an asbestos mill. And my grandmother is 93, going on 94, and still healthy as a horse. No major health issues, which is just crazy. Like working in an asbestos mill back in the 50s and 60s. And this truck here was just one of the company trucks. It's a cabin chassis now. I don't know if it had a box on the back maybe, or flatbed. Probably a box where they carried textile products, everything that they made there. Plant number 10, Keesby and Madison Company, Asbestos Textile Division, Meredith, New Hampshire. So I'm real close with my family. Most of you guys who have been watching the channel know that my father is one of my best friends. We go on as many adventures as possible, including and not limited to 4,000-mile round trip road trips to go get buses that I've bought out in the middle of nowhere because I can't live without them. And the fact that my grandmother worked at this place and it's in my hometown is something that I've always wanted on my shop wall forever. I've been after these doors for a long, long time. It's way out back here, and there's been a handful of people that have wanted these doors, not just over the years, but in recent weeks, people have inquired about these doors. The driver's side's pretty roached. The passenger side's pretty good. The bottom's rusted out, as you could probably imagine, with water getting down in with the window down. I don't even know. That needs some fluid film. No glass. Regulator's still in it, I believe. Nope, no regulator, just the crank. But this is a heavy-duty GMC. I don't know if it was a 35 or 3800. I don't know if the badge is still on the other side or not. It still has the gauges. Original steering wheel. Got a little bit of rust. It was a 3-window truck, not a 5-window like my cab over. It's not by design that the last time you saw us here, we were pulling doors off of a 47 to 53 GM vehicle. And here we are, we're back pulling doors off of a 47 to 53 GM vehicle. Still got the badge, had twin mirrors. It's really cool. Still got the grill in it. It's painted, brush painted maybe. Yeah, this side's pretty roached, unfortunately. It's missing the door handle. It's been dented pretty good, but something like pierced it. Something ripped that thing wide open. It's a big dent. Smoker window's been broke out of it, unfortunately. I think the other side's missing too. The logo on this side's a little harder to make out. Down where it got hit, took a lot of the paint off. Barely wants to open. Still has the regulator, the crank. Again, no glass. It's missing the chrome trim here. It might not have ever had it. That side has the trim still, but it doesn't look chrome. This here is a, let's see, does it say the year? 53? 3 of 53? Leave down in the comments below if you know the old GM VIN plates better than I do. Would 353 be March of 53? That'd mean this would be the last of the split screen trucks, because 54 they went to an open windshield. I think these things are my favorite era of American trucks. Preferably the Chevys. I like the grille on the Chevy more. It's got smaller horizontal slats. The GMC kind of has this twin vertical to horizontal big pieces. Not my favorite. So we are after these doors specifically for wall art in the shop, and it's a part of my family's heritage. The fact that my grandmother worked here, but also the fact that my grandmother survived here is what I'm most interested in. And I just love old stuff, old automotive signage, old automotive memorabilia, and to have these doors saved with the other doors that we got off the cab over hanging in my shop one day is what I'm after. You know, in a place like this, you know, who knows what happens to this place when Pete's gone. Well, that's as wide as the door's going. that not being able to open all the way might present some problems. Okay, so this big tree right here is keeping us from opening this all the way to get better access into the bolts that are inside this hinge opening, like where this flange is, the bottom as well. But as you can see, the bottoms have already been taken out, the 3 on the flange. And there should be one deep in there. If you remember on the cab over, the one that my dad and I had to ultimately cut an access point behind this panel. This panel's still here, but we had to cut into this to get access to that. But when I pull up on this, I think that might already be unbolted. And we're missing one here already. So there's only 2, which I've broken free. And inside, you won't be able to see it probably. Yep, right there. See that hole? There's usually a bolt right there. And it's not there anymore. We might get lucky. The cab over door removal, it was a pain in the butt. Just fought us tooth and nail. So for now, maybe I'll just remove these 2 bolts if they continue to come willingly and see if we can pull this thing right out. Because we can just remove these here. This hinge essentially is just a plate that goes inside the door here and just gets bolted. So we could slide this right off this. But down here, we'd have to cut this open to get to that one. So maybe we'll try doing that. We'll see if just taking these 2 out first can pull the whole thing, hinge and everything. If not, we'll probably have to come back with the drill to drill these out, because I doubt those Phillips screws are gonna come willingly. God, mosquitoes are terrible. Once I set up shop here and I've been here for more than 5-10 minutes, that's when the mosquitoes come calling. Boy, we might get lucky with this door. I think the tree is really starting to play a factor here. I think I have to open the door up more in order to hook it out of the door jam. Ooh. Yes. Oh, yes. Tender. Oh, it's tender. We got door number 1 off without any serious issue. What a dream. Wow, we got lucky with that one, boys. Holy cow, we got it off. And I am sweating to death, and the mosquitoes are relentless. Well, that's the good door. That's the one we're really after. The problem is hauling it out of here. Man, boy, I'm glad the glass isn't in it. Any weight we can shave off this door for the backpacking trip out of here. And it's like not just a walkway either. We got to dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge around vehicles to get out of here. I guarantee you someone's been in here trying to take that door before. Guarantee you. The hardest to get to bolts have already been taken out. And all of the lower bolts are out. And all but 2 up top. So out of the 4 up top, 2 had been taken out. The fact that anybody from this area that remembers the asbestos mill, I mean, the asbestos mill became the Mill Falls Inn in downtown Meredith. It's like the monopoly of lodging in Meredith. You know, that was the asbestos mill back in the day. So a lot of people have wanted these doors, and I'm just happy that I could finally get here first and get them off. Let's get over to this other side and see how much of a fight that one's gonna put up. Oh, check this out. This here, I bet, is a Corvair steering wheel. It is. That is a late model Corvair steering wheel. I'll set that right there. There are some late model Corvairs chilling here. More than a couple, actually. And that one's missing a steering wheel. Power glide. Power glide. What's this thing? I don't know, but it's broke. All right, back to the door. All right, so this side doesn't look like we got as lucky because we've got 1, 2, 3 on the outside and 1, 2, 3 on the outside on the bottom. But as I mentioned, in there, actually, let me see if we can get the light in there. In there, that bolt's gone. And right there, that bolt's gone. So we might get lucky as long as we can break these free. This one's tender. Oh, the window's at the bottom. Oh, there's some broken glass right there. I think the whole side window. Yeah, there's part of the trim, the frame to it. I think that whole window is sitting down here at the bottom of this door. Boy, oh boy. Bottom of this one's tender. I did bring the big impact. I'm wondering if we use that. Please, please, the rest of you come out like that. Oh, man. We're looking good. We're looking good. All right, let's get a few out on the bottom. Yes. Oh, man. Two more. Oh, I left the pry bar in the truck. Wow, I can't believe these came out. Wow, that's incredible. Well, we got the bottom free. Bottom just freed up. Wow, we got the last one out. Oh, we're out. We're out. All right, I can't set this down on the bottom because it's so tender it'll fold right in on itself. All right, all right. All right, come on. Come on. Ooh. All right, where are we going? Over here. All right. Well, guys, we got them. I went into the cab over doors with help. You know, I brought my dad, we brought like a bunch of tools, and it fought us just as bad as I thought it was gonna fight us. And coming out here today solo, I was like a little like, how long am I gonna be out here? That honestly couldn't have been easier. But the job is only half done. Apparently the easy part is now over because now I need to haul these doors all the way back out to my truck. And right about where this International is, this split window, I think it's an International, Dodge. It's a Dodge, right? That's about the back of the whole junkyard. You can see through the trees right there, the two bay window buses stacked on top of each other. That's it, we're at the back. I think what I'll do is I'll haul my tools out first. I might even make 2 trips to do that. Both those bags are super heavy. I brought more than I needed for sure. This is incredible. And already having this door off, you can see how much the paint and the signage is already starting to come back. It wasn't even that legible when it was on the truck when we got here. Boy, so cool, so cool. I don't even know if I have or if my family has any photos at all of my grandmother's association with the asbestos mill. My father has memories when he was a kid of my grandmother coming home from work with asbestos dust and lint in her hair, and she'd brush the asbestos lint out of her hair. God bless my grandmother. She's still almost 94, healthy. It's really cool. I mean, my grandparents were in the cars. My father's in the cars. He's the reason why I got into them in the first place. And I'm so lucky to still get a chance to do some of this stuff with my father. I really wanted to get these doors finally because it's my connection with my grandmother on the Ludwig side to my hometown of Meredith. All right. Maybe I'm done talking for right now because I'm sweating and getting eaten alive. Let's haul the tools out and we will start hauling the doors. It's going to be a leg and arm day today. All right, we just took all the tools back, came in as a skeleton crew. Man, all right, let's drag one of these things out of here. Yeah, just one horsefly that followed me all the way in here. Figures. Cover yourself in natural bug spray. Won't do nothing. You know, it's crazy to think what's going to happen to these vehicles out here years from now. Will anyone take any more parts off of this thing? You know, I mean, like, there's a Corvair badge right here. It's crazy to think the amount of good parts that are still on so many different vehicles out here. I mean, this is a Blazer here. I used to always think this was a pickup truck. Oh, check this out. Wow. 1 calorie NutraSweet. That's pretty cool. Brand sweetener blend. Oh, the sugar industry was hard on us during this. Wow. Yeah, brand sweetener. Yeah, I guess I never realized this was the Blazer. So cool. Someone cut the roof right off the top of that Chevy. Whoa, I wonder if they were doing a roof chop. Or if one had rust, perhaps, that they were trying to fix. Wow, that's crazy. We could get sidetracked real easily in here, as I have many times before over the course of my life. I'm basically just kind of buying time so I can recoup from hauling my tools out of here before we start hauling both of these doors out. Did I lose my glove somewhere? No way I lost my gloves. Where are those? All right, I found my gloves. Okay, what's the easiest way to carry this thing for a quarter mile? Okay, don't trip and break your ankle. Don't do it. Whatever you do. Okay. I think the ground is what's going to be my biggest enemy here. And the trees. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't want to scrape the door up against anything and potentially ruin the paint. Since this is why we're doing this. Boy. Low bridge. Can't believe I have 2 of these to do. Man, oh man. Golly. Oh, mercy me. Oh, boy, oh boy. All right. Holy cow. We got one. Well, we got one. One more to go. I didn't even film the whole walk. It's a long ways. They want $2 grand for that 1950 Dodge over there. In case any of you are Dodge folk and want a split screen Dodge. Looks pretty complete. Be sweet skating down the road pretty low. It really is kind of like a childhood dream to own these doors. You know, walking around this place as a teenager, seeing those doors sitting right here 25 years ago, knowing that my grandmother worked there and being like, boy, it'd be cool to have those doors. To have them now, pretty cool. Let's lace up the boots and we'll get out of here. All right, guys, we are done. Well, we're leaving the junkyard. That 50 Dodge they're trying to sell, I know someone wants that thing. Body drop it, bag it, skate it down the road. 2,000 bucks. They'll probably work with you too. So I was asking Mike before I left, it's more than a quarter mile out there. It's between a third of a mile and possibly even a half mile. It's probably a half mile by the trail that you have to walk to get out there. And that last door, I picked up at the truck and I didn't set down until I got here to my truck. All right, we've had lunch. We're back here to my father's shop because I've put the cab over doors in the bus. And like I said in that episode, I am really trying my best to not store anything in this vehicle. Because this thing has a lot of covered space, it'd be easy to fill it up with everything I want to keep under cover, right? But if this becomes a storage facility, we'll never start on it. And that's not the case. We're gonna start on this thing very soon, hopefully. But I think for now, the asbestos mill doors will live on in the bus with the cab over doors. Pretty crazy. You can tell it's a cab over door because of the strong cutout in it, because the big front fenders sit up through the door there. So that's the dead giveaway. The actual glass appears the same. The window space opening and the glass are all the same as the pickup trucks. And I believe the heavy duties, just like the doors we've got today, and the cab overs. But the main difference in the cab over door is that extreme cutout right there. I love it. I love it. Okay, so on this door, and maybe you guys already noticed this on video that I didn't notice, was this is the driver's door that's got way more damage to it than the passenger side. Meredith NH for New Hampshire. You can see that H, right? Meredith NH. But check this out. The passenger side door, unless I'm going crazy, says NN. NN. Meredith, comma, N dot N. Is it possible that whoever hand painted these doors literally just did an N and then another N? Is that literally an old school typo from the 1950s? That's insane. I guess he didn't have a red squiggly line show up under it when he got done painting it. Wow, that is bizarre. That has to be what happened. Because the driver's door doesn't have NN on it like the passenger one does. It's correct. It's Meredith, New Hampshire. That's definitely an H. And this is definitely an N. Why couldn't the damaged door say NN and the good door say NH? What a bummer. It's cool that it's a typo, but like this is the door I want to hang up in the shop because this is the good one. That's nuts. Any of you guys have signs or things with signage on them that was hand painted that's typoed? That's crazy. I feel like back then, like you understood the amount of work necessary to do this and the work involved to redo it, you know, to like strip it all down and do NH. I wonder if they realized once they were done what they had done. Well, guys, another piece to the collection. It's heritage, you know, it really is. In my hometown, and I'm super happy to have them. I'm grateful to have them. And what's so cool is when I'm done filming here, I'm about to walk up to my grandmother's house right now. As a 93-year-old woman living alone since we lost my grandfather, gonna go up there and say hi and tell her that I picked up these doors and actually show her some photos. Like all this here should come off. Really ought to wash these doors. It'd be really cool to get these things cleaned up. Seriously, cannot wait to turn this 46 Flexible into the Ludwig's Garage merch store. Soon, at shows, hopefully soon, next couple of years, this bus will roll into a show and you'll be able to enter and exit the Ludwig's Garage merch store. Something I've wanted to do for a very, very, very long time. Well, that's it for this episode, guys. Another Junkyard episode. I hope you guys like these. The last couple did real well. And Lord knows I love walking around those junkyards. Midsummer is kind of iffy with the bee's nest and also just the overgrowth. It's tough to see stuff and kind of explore better. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're getting on the 1000 SP soon. Also, email me trade offers for the Buick LeSabre. Haven't decided on anything yet, so hit LGTradeMe at Hotmail. Yes, hotmail.com to send me what you would offer as a trade for the bagged Buick LeSabre. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Walking back to get the camera, because this is what you do when you're all by yourself. I'd be running, but I have to conserve my energy. This is gonna take forever. I wonder how far these mics will work. Is this worth it? I need a filmer.